Hello. Happy Friday. All right, well, I'm going to get started here. I am Lisa Myers, and I'm an independent artist with Seint Makeup. I am 52 and aging skin and all the things. So we're going to go ahead, and I'm going to do a very light coverage today. I primed my face with rose gold and glow illuminators. If you've ever used the Supergoop glow screen, this gives you kind of the same base. It just doesn't have the SPF. So rather than using that, I don't need that SPF today. I am just used my rose gold and glow illuminators, which are cream illuminators, and I put that all over my face and let it set for a little bit while I did my hair. So I'm gonna do just a very, very simple light coverage, barely there look today. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come into my color correcting, which is my mango, lightly on the end of my blend brush, which is for light coverage. And I'm just gonna tap this around where I've got a few little red spots, got a few little blemishes that are just about gone, but they're still there. And I'm just lightly gonna press a little bit of this color corrector on. And I'm barely using any product at all. So lightly putting that on. Okay, I'm gonna have to get my side mirror here so I can see what I'm doing. I cannot see what I'm doing in my phone. So, and I'm just pressing that around, not really swirling a lot, but just pressing it into those areas where there's some redness. And then when I put my main color all over, they blend together to be the perfect shade of my skin. Got a little bit going down here. And I was gonna do a demi look today, which is our other line of makeup, but I decided to just go lightly with 3D makeup and show you just how easy it is to get a nice light coverage with a barely there look. So I got something going on right there. I got a little bump. And I noticed when I put my contour and blush on it, just like crazy. I don't know. It's hard telling. Always something popping up this crazy skin. So one thing I do want to talk about, if you haven't seen, I did put a post out here not that long ago. I think I re-released it this morning, but filters. So many people that I see out there as I'm watching videos are using filters, and they're promoting makeup and skincare. And you know what? I think that's deceiving, for one thing. And you know what? If we all lived in a perfect world and everybody really looked like that, or you know what? It's just, they're fun if you're using them for fun. I did one that was like told you different skin tones, and it was fun. And it went crazy. And people get upset because they're like, that's not really true. That's not working. It didn't work for me. Well, it was for fun. It was simply for fun. But when I'm doing a live video or I'm putting out a reel with a tutorial on makeup, you're gonna see me, my real skin. Lighting is one thing, but to completely change it up and use a filter or an effect, I feel like that's completely deceiving. Then if you buy this makeup from me and you go and put it on, you're gonna look and go, well, that doesn't look anything like what she looked like, because it's not real. This makeup is good stuff. I'm telling you, it's very good. It's wonderful for aging skin. It's the less is more thing. I did a video the other day where I do like what we call like the paint by number or cheetah hack, where you go in with your finger and you place the makeup all over. I don't like that heavy. It puts too much makeup on my face. So I like to just use my blend brush, put on what I want, where I want it. And I might have to come in here, this little red spot down here, and I might have to do some demi on that because I'm not getting the coverage that I want for that. So, okay, I went in and I put the mango, which is my color corrector, on my red spots and blemishes. think I could probably use just a little bit more right here through my cheeks. And there goes my crazy phone again. I gotta figure out what's going on. I don't know if my phone is having problems. The last few times that I went live, my screen gets like, I'm looking at it right now, it's like got really dark. It's just, I don't get it. I don't know if there's a setting, whatever it is, it's making me crazy. Okay, so I definitely cannot look in my phone to do this. So that's color corrected with Mango, and I have the Glow and the Rose Gold Illuminator as my primer. And then the only other thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna brighten, I'm gonna put just a tiny bit of my main, which is Amber. But I'm not gonna do a whole lot of that because I don't feel like I need a lot. And I'm not gonna do contour today. I'm just gonna put a little bronzer, Bella bronzer on. And I think that will be just enough. Okay, I'm lightly putting my main shade on. This would be what would, the color corrector and my main highlight would be equivalent to like what you would use as a foundation. Okay, I've turned my brush over. I'm just lightly blending that main color around. And you see I put a very, very, very tiny amount on. I just tapped my brush in it just lightly. The more you put on, the more makeup you're gonna see, and it's just, you don't need much. This stuff just goes so far. Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit of the brightening color, which is White Peach right here. This is my brightening. I'm gonna brighten at the outer corners of my eyes. I'm gonna do a little on the inner corner. Okay, I do it just a little bit on the end of my nose and right down the center, and a little tiny bit here on my upper lip. Okay, that's it. Then I'm gonna continue to use the small end of the brush though, just to kind of press that in and blend it. Keep it real simple here. I like to bring that onto my lids a little bit, just to brighten them up. Okay. Alrighty. A lot of times I'll brighten up right through here, but I got a lot of fine lines through here and crinklies, and I don't like to put too light of a color there, just because when you do that, you'll make those fine lines pop, putting too light of a color in your fine lines. Okay. I'm gonna use my perfector sponge, which is still a little bit damp from yesterday. I should have dampened it. And again, I didn't. I didn't remember to dampen it before I go live. I need to make myself a sticky note. So, all right, that is that. I'm looking past my phone because again, I don't know what happened with the color. I'm gonna try to, it's not gonna let me brighten it up. I don't know what's going on. It's weird. It did this to me the other day. Hey Sandy, you're watching, I see. Hey, does it look dark? Does my color look really dark to you? Or, yeah, I don't know what's going on. This did this to me the other day. Okay, moving on. I'm going to just put on a little bit of my Bella bronzer, which is right here. It looks super dark, but it's really sheer. Here, I'll show you. A little on my finger, on my hand. See how blendable that is? I mean, you can put that on. It looks really dark, but it blends out to a really sheer, pretty bronzer because it's cream. And I'm gonna just get into that, get it on my fluffy end, and I'm gonna just bronze the high points of my face just to warm things up. And do both sides here. Sometimes this is all I use. It's kind of my summer thing. I went through and I just used just a little bit of base or color corrector, and then I would go in and just warm everything up with the bronzer. And that would be my whole face for the day. It's just light and very easy, and you don't feel like you're wearing any makeup. But if you put this makeup on correctly, you'll never feel like you're wearing heavy makeup. That's the wonder of it. I love it. And like I said, in the beginning, I used to use a 3D brush because I thought I wanted full coverage, and that's fine. And I ended up finding that I don't want that full coverage anymore. I can get the coverage I want and keep it still very light and sheer. So that's it. I think I might just add, a little bit of my saffron just for a little pop of color on my cheeks. See if I can get a little on here. Sometimes when these creams, the satins, when you don't use them very often, they get like, not dry, but you have to kind of get into them a little bit. Just a tiny little bit. This is a really, really concentrated color, so I don't want to use too much, okay? And then I'm just gonna lightly blend that. Just a little pop of pink. Pretty. It's kind of a raspberry color, I guess. I don't know. It's a dark pink. Just that tiny little bit of pop. And I think I might add a little bit of that on my lips. I've already got my City Beauty City Lips on. This is a plumping lip gloss. Love it, love it. Oh, well, thanks, Sandy. Yeah, the camera. I mean, like when I'm looking and I started my live video, looking at my phone was bright and I could see myself really good. And then something happened and it just it got real dark, like the lighting went down in the video. Nothing changed in my room, so I just wondered if it was coming across on your end too, where you're looking at me, if you can still see everything good. So, okay, I'm gonna put just a little bit of the saffron over my City Beauty lip gloss. That's what I love. I buy the clear. City Beauty does have colors, but I've not bought any of the colors yet because I like all of my lip and cheek colors that I already have. And honestly, I can use all these colors with the clear City Beauty. That way, if there's a day I just want clear on, and a lot of times I just put the clear on and I don't put any color in it, but all right. That is saffron, and the only other thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a little bit of the Photoshop, which is a powder illuminator. Just take a tiny little bit of that, and I can put it right here. And right in the, get a little more here. Right in the very center. And that just makes your upper lip. Yeah. I'm gonna tap it around a little bit because I got a little too much. Just puts a little pop of brightness in the center. And then, thanks, Michelle. This is from my boutique. This is from my Copper and Rose boutique, and it's like a really super soft flannel. And here, I'll show you. I'll stand up. It's got pockets, and it is the softest flannel that I have ever bought. And it's nice. It's a nice heavy, not crazy heavyweight, but it's perfect for today because it's going to be like in the mid 60s here. So I just have a tank top under it. And yeah, this came from my boutique. So check it out. I have that in my link on the top of my page. All right, the only other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come in and I'm going to put just a little bit of contour underneath my bottom lip, just to create a little shadow there. All right. That's it. That's it for my face. That's it. No more. It was simple. Barely any makeup at all. The lightest coverage that I could possibly even do. So, the only other thing I'm gonna do is I am gonna fill my brows. I think for my eye makeup, I might not do a whole lot with my eyes. I might just put on a little Bella bronzer and leave it alone. All right, for my brows, think, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna get in here. I think I'm gonna go into my contour color shadow. I'm just gonna use my line brush and fill these puppies in because they're so thin. And I got this new stamping kit and I've used it a couple of times, but I'm not very good at it, so I'm a lot easier at just putting this in. What brush did I use today for? I used the blend brush. That's what I've been using for almost everything. I used to use 3D, but it was giving me a heavier coverage than what I really needed or liked. So I've switched and I use the blend brush just about every single day. I did my whole face with the blend brush the other day, even my eyes. So, because I used Bella bronzer and then I just used my finger to put on my shimmer shade, and I think I did use one other brush because I put a little bit of the 03 from Demi on my brow bone, which is probably what I'll do today. So that blend brush, I never ever thought I would like just a light coverage, but I do. I like very light feel. So in this I'm using shadow contour in my brows just to fill them in because they're thin and old and I've over tweezed over the many years. Yeah, that's probably my most favorite brush. I like the blush and bronzer brush really well too. That one is awesome. I like how fluffy it is. So yeah, out of all the brushes that I have, because I have all of them, I think. I don't think there's any brushes that I don't have. Obviously the line brush, I love this one to do my brows and eyeliner, if I'm gonna do eyeliner. And then, yeah, the blend brush and the blush and bronzer brush. So, and not that I don't like the 3D brush, it was great, but it just gives me a fuller coverage than what I'm really wanting anymore, so. Okay, and now I'm gonna put just a little bit of my brow wax on to keep that from smudging and smearing. And this brow wax, it fits right in your palette. I put just a little squirt of setting spray in there to activate the wax. Swirl my little spoolie brush around to pick up some product and then just brush that through my brows, and that will set them so that that doesn't rub off or go anywhere. Good to go. Plain and it's very simple. Simple look today. Definitely none of it. Yeah, definitely. So, all right, eyes. I am going to, and this is making me nuts because I can't see myself hardly at all on my screen. It got so dark. Does it look dark to you, Michelle? Or do I look normal lighting? Does the lighting look good? Because I've got a little bit of different setup here than what I normally do. I don't know if that's because of all this lights that it's affecting my phone. Does it look normal, like my normal videos would look? I don't know. So, okay. I'm going to use the small end of my blend brush, and I'm going to go into that Bella bronzer. Just pick a little bit of that up, and I'm just going to tap a little bit of this on my crease, and I just go a little above my crease with it. That way it doesn't disappear when my eyes are open. Just bring it down on my lid from the corner in. Very simple. All right. So I joined the world of TikTok last night. I wasn't gonna do another social media, but basically everything that will be over there will be something from Instagram or something that I do on Facebook. Probably about the same content. Probably the most content will be here in Facebook, but TikTok I'll be sharing over there, so if you're already following here or on Facebook, you're probably going to see the same stuff. So, but if you want to find me over there, it's the same name as it is here, Lisa Myers Saint Artist. So, all right. Are you still there, Michelle? If you're still there, are you seeing, like, do I look dark in the video? Because the lighting on my phone just went goofy. Okay, so I just put on Bella Bronzer with the small end of my blend brush. Just gonna fluff that around just a little bit, smooth it out. And then I'm gonna take, let's see, I'm gonna go into this Drift Shadow. It's a nice shimmer, but it's not crazy shimmer. And I'm just gonna put a little bit of that on the inner corner of each eye, kind of bring it out to meet that, about halfway. All right. Just blend that a little bit. I don't want it heavy there. Okay. And then just lightly blend it here at the corner. Maybe use the fluffy end. How's that look? Cute. I think I need a little more. Let me look in my mirror. I need just a little more over here. Okay, that's it. I think I will do a little bit of eyeliner. This is not Seint, but this is just a eyeliner that I had from previous, and it's kind of a brown color. I'm just going to put a little bit of that on. I like to bring it up into that waterline underneath the lashes. I don't know if it's even transparent because I should have warmed it up, but it kind of makes the brows look thicker, and I'm just going to put it on the top a little bit. And I don't go all the way to the inner corner, just kind of keep it more towards just about 3/4 of the way. Just a tiny bit. Okay, Michelle must be gone because I didn't hear from her again on how the lighting looks. Okay. And I have my lights turned and they're almost blinding me. Like I said, I got a new setup here. Trying a little bit different. All right. There. All right, that's it. Little mascara. I'm gonna set my face first. We have this amazing Vanilla Dust setting spray or setting powder that fits right in your compact. Everything goes in this compact is custom. Custom colors are matched to you. So if you need a color match, you just message me, and we need a picture. And then we've got this Vanilla Dust setting spray. This is the Vanilla Dust setting powder, so it's nice because it's very microfine milled, and it's transparent. It's really good if you have like oily areas, anything, but you can press that on. But I like our Seint setting spray, and I also like the NYX Dewy Finish, which is what I'm going to use today. I'm going to do this before I put my mascara on. Okay. And let that set. I do like to go in with a damp perfector sponge and just, oh, I know what I was going to do, and I forgot. I was going to come in, and it might be too late. A little blemish over here, if you can see it. I'm going to filter that out. You know, we talked about filters earlier. It's not the same thing. Filtering out with your makeup. I'm going to cancel out that blemish right there. Can you see it? I'm about blinded with my lights, and I'm going to come into my Demi Colors, which is the different system than the 3D, and I'm going to get just a tiny little bit of that 03 color. I'm going to cancel out that zit. very lightly, hardly using any product at all. I might have to go a little darker with the RO3 right in the very center. And zit be gone. I'm trying to look in my mirror and see if I got anything else. Got a little red dot on the end of my nose. It's a zit that's like almost healed up, but it is still bugging me. So I'm gonna tap just a little bit of that O3 right there. Use the other end and just lightly fluff it. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use the O1 right here. It's a light, kind of a peachy color. And I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna put that just above and brighten up my brow bone a little bit. Just a tiny bit underneath there. It just gives a nice brightening without heavy eyeshadow. Now I see here I'm a little low with that. I'm gonna go back into my Bella bronzer. I'm gonna use the fluffy end of this brush, tap into that, and I'm gonna come up here a little bit with the Bella bronzer because it just didn't seem like it was on there quite where I wanted it. And there. That looks good. I think that's it. I'm done. Done for, oh, mascara. I probably have to put some mascara on. And then I'm gonna be done. So, well, if you've been on today, thanks for stopping by. I just kind of wanted to check out the lighting, my new setup here. I got some new lights. I don't know if they're doing a whole lot. I'm still using my other lights, but I did get this like cool brick backdrop, so you don't have to look at my TV and my stand and all the things. So, I just thought it was pretty cool. All right. I like to use this. It's CoverGirl, and it's not expensive. It's about 20 bucks for the set, just under $20 for the set. You can buy it at any store, drugstore, whatever. It's called CoverGirl Lash Blast Amplify Primer, and then the mascara is the CoverGirl Clump Crusher. I'll show you that in a second here. I do think it really helps. It doesn't flake off. I have a lot of mascaras that I've tried that if they flake off, they go in the trash. I hate that. That is my biggest thing with mascara, is if it crumbles or flakes off into my eyes or under my eyes, I can't stand it. So, but by far out of drugstore brands, this one has my approval. And I've tried a lot of different ones, and I come back to this one. So, and then this is the tube of the Clump Crusher by CoverGirl. And I like how it does not get clumpy. Doesn't look like spider legs. I don't want my eyelashes to look like thick spider legs. Yeah, I think it's probably the best to keep them looking most natural out of everything I've ever used. And I've tried a lot of different mascaras. I've tried some more expensive ones that I like, but for the money you pay, they don't last long enough. And a little tip, you should not use a mascara longer than probably somewhere between that 3 and 6 month mark. I think they say 3 months, but I usually have stuff for longer than that. If you're using it every single day, it's not gonna last as long, obviously, but you ever notice it's like a month into having a new mascara, maybe not even that long, it just doesn't seem like it's going on as good, or you're not getting as much product on your brush, and it just gets dry. Well, every time you put the wand back into the tube, you're forcing air into that tube. When you're putting air in there, guess what? You're drying out your mascara. It dries out so much faster. So my tip is to just drop a few drops, 3 to 5 drops of saline, kind of like contact solution, saline solution, right into the tube. Don't do it right before you're ready to use it because it gets it really wet, but do it like after you're done using it for the day and after you've gotten ready. A few drops of that in, set it in there, shake it up a little bit, and keep it on in. Freshens it right up, good as new for the next day. So, and it just gives it a little extended life. So don't throw that mascara away just because you think it's a little dried out. All right, everything's done. We are good to go. Oh, well, thanks for hopping on today if you were here. Happy Friday. Yeah, this is me, no filters, just lighting. I got my good lights around me and barely there makeup. I just use the tiniest amount. The only thing I might do is put a little powder on yet. I didn't even bring anything down on my neck, and I probably should have done that. I'm gonna come back in here. I just looked in the mirror. This lighting in my phone has got me kind of screwed up. Oops, wrong palette, wrong one. I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna use the fluffy end of my blush and bronzer brush, and I'm gonna pick up a little bit of tan lines and a little Bella bronzer. I got side by side here, I can get both. Just a little bit of that and warm up right here along my jaw and bring it down on my neck. And it's a really super light, barely there, but just to warm that neck up so I don't have a floating head. That's it, done for the day. I gotta get out of here. I gotta go get a few things at Walmart. Then I gotta be back because I'm gonna have my granddaughter this afternoon for a little bit till her dad gets off work. So thanks for stopping by. I always appreciate that. If you're ready for a color match, the link is in my bio to send me that, or you can send it to me in a message, that's fine. Or you can even text it to me, my phone number is listed. If you can't find it, just shoot me a message, I can help you out. But we can get you color matched, and I can usually get you color matched within a couple hours, usually. So, all right, thanks so much. Have a great weekend, everybody.